ever suffered with mental health?
That's a deep one for the podcast. I don't know.
I've not done the intro yet. We've not started.
I know.
Welcome back to the 10-1. Did you all enjoy the episode last week? We had a really strong debate when we came in whether we crossed the line with the angles. So we've mixed the angles up this week because we're still figuring it out. He hates being on camera.
Still? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not changed.
No.
No.
I don't hate being on camera, but I hate myself, and that's a whole different can of worms we can open.
That'd be a fun episode.
It would be a fun. I think it'd have to be like a series or something.
Why we hate ourselves.
Yeah. Welcome to the pity party. So anyway, yeah, we hope you enjoyed the last episode. Can't even remember what we spoke about. We spoke about Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because that was fresh in our minds from the experience that we went to go watch it.
Spoke about people we know.
We did speak about people we know. We name dropped because they're going to be the only people that are watching this anyway.
Yeah.
So hi again.
Hello.
Carl and Co. What else did we talk about?
Music.
We talked, music. You recommended Supertramp.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crime of the Century.
Which I listened to.
Yeah.
We recommended each other a film to watch.
We did.
Which we're going to get into right now.
Right now?
Unless you have anything to say.
No. I
No?
have very little to say, actually. That's why I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah. That goes for every single person in the world who has a podcast as well, though.
Yeah.
All right, then. So, should I start? Because you recommended
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
And I watched that this morning.
This morning.
Yeah, I wanted it fresh in my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
do you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get why you recommended it to me.
Yeah.
But just for future reference, doesn't have to have gay connotations for me to enjoy the film.
That was just a subversion.
It just really helps if there's some gayness going in some level.
I'll keep that in mind.
What? What did you say?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, right.
Future recommendation.
No, I thought you said. Anyway, it was pretty good. I looked on Letterboxd before I watched it, and it was like something like 2.8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I need to stop doing that because that sets the tone.
Yeah.
But I get why people didn't like it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I feel like there wasn't as much action as the first one. Mm-hmm. And obviously I've not seen the rest of them, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah.
It was interesting, the possession. I thought the effects were really cool.
Yeah.
Him breaking out of his body was really cool.
It's a bit darker than the first one. It's less funny.
I'm inclined to agree.
But yeah.
Yeah. No.
Did you understand the queer subtext?
Yes. I think,
Very ahead of its time on that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So it was sort of like everyone was afraid of AIDS at this point.
Oh, of course.
It
was 85, wasn't it?
So the actor who plays the main guy,
Mark Patton.
Yeah, so he was closet homosexual when he
really?
filmed it. I think he was quite uncomfortable with some of the stuff because he was like, oh god, like.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
But he later said that he was it was him that was responsible for the queer subtext.
Oh, really?
Sort of his sort of input to the film.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah. Then he ended up getting HIV.
Oh God,
He's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that good?
That is good. Good for Mark Patton. Is that his name, Mark Patton?
I think so.
That Brady character. I liked the what was the one the girlfriend called?
I can't remember. It's been so long since.
Was it Lucy? No. Lisa.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Do I get the IMDb? No, I'm pretty sure it's Lisa. If it's not Lisa, I'm sorry. It will correct it, but I'm pretty sure it's Lisa. I liked that she wasn't useless. There's a lot of films where the girlfriend or just women in general are useless because it's been written that way for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
Well, there's hundreds of reasons. It just comes down to shitty writing. But no, she was cool. Yeah, so overall, I enjoyed it.
Watch it again. I really should watch it again. It's been too long.
Well, thanks for recommending that.
I'm glad you liked it.
New film alert. On Friday, Sinners by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler came out. You went a couple of hours before me, then you came and saw me before I went to watch it. What a fucking film. Absolutely insane. What did you saw it in IMAX?
I saw an IMAX. Must watch in IMAX.
Yeah.
If you are able to. It's
So good.
so it's just so exciting. It's such a thrill.
A thrill. On Wednesday, I'm going to watch it in IMAX, which I'm very excited for with all the ratio changes and stuff. But I didn't realise you told me that there's only one cinema in the country that has the 70
millimeter.
yeah IMAX screen.
Then I think there's a few more with 35 millimeters that might not necessarily be IMAX.
So I honestly, it's been a very long time since a film is because I feel like it has captivated everyone globally. People love to shit on things.
Yeah.
And people love to hate things. And I haven't seen any of that for Sinners. I have. Oh mate, it was unbelievable. Who was your favourite character?
My favourite character, the harmonica guy.
Yeah.
The drunken
I'm gonna
harmonica
get the IMDb up dead quick because I want to name drop people.
Of course.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He had some cracking one-liners.
Absolutely, vital comic relief.
Oh,
some of the stuff we've seen.
100%. What was it when he's just like, oh, I think I just shit myself.
Yeah.
It's great. And one of my favourite scenes is when Sammy is looking for Stack. And he's like, oh, he went into that room.
Yeah.
Goes in the room, obviously sees what's going on. He's like, oh, they're busy, huh?
They're busy.
Absolutely amazing. Where is he? Delroy Lindo.
Yes.
Who plays Delta Slim.
What a name.
What a name. Yeah, what a name. Both sides, Delta Slim and Delroy Lindo. Absolutely incredible.
Born for the
It was just brilliant. Oh, mate, it was so good. I was pretty anxious because obviously you went a couple of hours before me.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was busy. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just go on my own. But then you get in your own head about these things. But I went on my own. Best fucking decision I ever made.
It's all right. It's going to sit on your own.
Yeah, because it's just because I was speaking to my mum on the way there, and I think it should be more normal. You should be able to be comfortable, just chilling by yourself. And normally I'm fine. It's I'll when I'm working because I hop from bar to bar and stuff. If I have a break, I'll go to Subway and sit and eat on my own or whatever. So I think they should normalise that more and not judge people for going places on their own and having some me time. But I was speaking to my mum and she was like, well, you're just in darkness anyway.
Yeah, it's not like you're talking to them.
No, you're not, even if you went with someone, you're not going to be speaking to them. But it was pretty quiet. And I would say, it was three of us on our row and I was on the aisle seat because I was thinking, you know what I'm like.
Yes.
With my 10 ones. I've got a very weak bladder. So I knew, I was like, right, I'll give myself an aisle seat because I know I'll have to go to the toilet at some point. And I picked bloody aisle seat on the other side. The entrance is that way. Oh. So it's I have to come down the aisle and walk past everyone on the front row who's fucking, I'm just in everyone's way. But when I tell you, Vin, I ran to the toilet.
Oh, so what did you miss?
I can't remember because I think I can't remember. I was because there's a website that you can Google.
Yeah, this says best time to go to the toilet.
Yeah, but obviously it was brand new, so we didn't really have it for that one. But I think it was the scene just before they started eating the garlics.
Oh, right, okay.
So, I probably missed a couple of funny marks, but I didn't miss anybody dying, I didn't miss anything like that, so I was glad about that. But yeah, it was fucking great. We had this group of mates that wouldn't shut up, and that was really annoying. A couple of seats in front of me. And,
did they come in after you as well?
Yeah.
That's always what happens.
Yes, they came in, they sat down, talking all the way through it. Someone shushed them, and I was like, whoa. I got to witness that in real time. Love that. Warranted. I think that there should be more shushers out there. If you're making a racket, shut the fuck up. You're in
be able to throw things at them as well.
And then they started taking pictures of the screen, but left a flash on. So that was really annoying. But I did have a great time. like wanna of him singing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And it's got all the different. Oh, I don't want to spoil.
Well,
too
yeah,
much.
right. We can give a spoiler warning because this is going to come out in a couple of weeks anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've not seen it already, maybe fast forward maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe we'll have like a timestamp or something where we move on to other films or music or stories, because we're not limited to films.
No limits.
We can talk about anything within reason.
Within reason.
Yes. But yes, so spoiler alert, there's a sequence where Sammy, the young lad, is playing a blues song, and there's like a quote at the start of the film comes back where it's like the song, sometimes a voice or a song is so powerful that it like connects like the past and the present and the future, and oh mate, it's just fucking epic. Like
I've never seen anything like it.
No, and that got me, like, it just proper got me thinking. Like, first of all, I was like nearing tears because I was just like, this is so fucking cool. At first, it was like a little bit jarring because all of a sudden I heard that like 90s hip hop, and I was like, whoa. But then it fucking slapped. Like, it was so cool. Like,
it shouldn't work, but it did.
Yeah, the amalgamation of everything. God, it was gorgeous, man. It was so good. And it got me thinking, do you think that major production studios will, after seeing this, like, I know that he did like Black Panther, so we know, so major studios and stuff know that he has got a good track record in making a big blockbuster. But do you think that maybe with this film, production companies and stuff like that might start rethinking, like, oh, we can take a chance on an original idea, an original concept?
Well, I hope so. What it kind of reminds me of. Do you see Babylon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you not like it?
No, I love it.
Oh, so good. We'll talk about that.
It's like it's that similar kind of thing where Damien Chazelle, he made like La La Land and things, and they all did successful films, and then that it's very, very, very original, very unique, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very long at the same as well.
Yeah.
Which might throw people off, but it did so poorly, and now he's in director jail. It's just like,
is that like an actual thing?
Yeah. Well, like a good director. I mean, some of them can't be. Into it, like the biggest ones. Then ones like, they'll make some good films.
Yeah.
And they'll make one that people just don't watch.
Yeah. So
whether it's good or not.
La La Land.
La La Land
was
Whiplash.
The last one. Yeah, Whiplash. Fucking incredible. Like, I love Damien Chazelle. Like, at one point, 2 out of 4 of my top 4 on Letterboxd were Damien Chazelle, and then I was like, no, I need to think of something else. So, but yeah, so La La Land, was that his last one, and then it was Babylon?
Yeah, I think so. There's a bit of a gap there.
It's a shame. I went to the Everyman to watch Babylon.
Yeah.
I loved it. The only thing that I couldn't get on board with was maybe like the last 10 minutes. Like, I agree, very long. Like, I think it could have ended like at 3 or 4 points.
I don't mind the length.
Yeah,
of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, because it's interesting. Like, I was like enthralled in it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I couldn't like sort of get into was the ending where he goes to the cinema and then he's like watching the future. Sort of thing. Like, when Avatar pops up, it was just really jarring. But then. Go on. Sorry, you were going to say something?
It's a bit like that thing in Sinners, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I guess that may have been subconsciously what's reminding me of it.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know if I could say experimental, but it kind of is.
No, yeah. Because we were talking last week as well about how it doesn't really work when you have like something that's set in like the 60s or something, and then they use music from the soundtrack, new pop music like that. We were talking about that last week. So for me, it didn't grab me in Babylon, but it did in Sinners. So now and obviously I love Damien Chazelle. Like, we need to talk about La La Land because that was insane. But maybe I need to go back and rewatch it and see how that hits me now, seeing it in Sinners, because you can have that sort of. Is it meta? Is meta the right word?
It's about meta. It's just like a blend of generations.
Yeah, because it's not I'm talking about the end of Babylon here.
Oh,
it's not.
That's more meta.
Yeah,
Babylon.
it's not him watching it, and I understood that at the time that it's us.
Yeah.
But it just sort of took me out of it a little bit because it's like, isn't it like the 80s or 90s?
It's the 50s at that point.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's set in the 20s.
Oh shit!
Most of
Hell
Babylon,
yeah!
yeah.
Christ, it's been a couple of years. But yeah, that sort of. But again, I think maybe it'll hit differently. I think because I've seen quite a few people say I think Babylon will be like a classic.
Yeah.
That opening like half an hour is insane. Fucking elephants and everything.
There was an actress from Babylon that was in Sinners, isn't it?
Shit, yeah. What was her character's name?
It was quite a vital role.
Grace Chow.
Yeah.
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 Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She has quite an important role in Sinners.
She does.
She kind of kicks off a lot of things, you know, when they're in the dance hall, and she's. Spoilers again. Sinners is about vampires, and with vampires, they can only come into your home if you invite them in.
Okay.
And she invites them in because she's really pissed off that they got a husband.
Yeah.
And she's scared about the safety of her child, so she says, "Come on in." And then they're all gearing up to fight, and then that amazing aspect ratio change, which you might not have noticed.
Yeah, no, it's not. There was no aspect ratios in the one that I watched. I couldn't get to the later viewing, so I'm going again on Wednesday to watch it in IMAX because I need to see that.
Well, in IMAX, when they're gearing up and they're ready, the aspect ratio changes. It opens up, and then the door opens, and it all kicks off.
Yeah, I completely either didn't know or had forgotten about that because obviously there's loads of different vampire elements that have been plucked and changed over the years. I had no idea that they had to be invited in, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
I've seen something where it's like monsters that have rules and how they bend the rules and get is so much cooler than just having like a monster.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really. I also thought the vampires were fucking sound.
As in yeah. Well, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because they're sort of obviously they're gonna bite you and hurt you quite a bit, and I guess.
But then you sound.
Then they are kind of just making you live longer and never have any illness and.
Yeah. Do you know what cemented that thought in my head for me was when Smoke. This is we're just gonna after this whole section is spoilers, so we'll put it at the end. We'll put a timestamp of when we've moved on from Sinners, just in case they haven't seen it. But this will be out in 2 weeks or something like that.
So it's your own fault.
Yeah, it's your own fucking fault for not going to the cinema. You're the reason that cinema is dying.
You personally.
Fucking you. I've been to the cinema twice in a week last week, and I was like, that's me single-handedly saving cinema. Anyway, the moment for me where I was like, I get the vampires, was when Smoke, Annie's been bit.
Yeah.
And is it Annie? Have I got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's Annie and Mary, isn't it? Two love interests of the twins.
Yeah.
Is where she gets bit, and she's like, Elijah, do you remember my promise? You promised that you made to me. And he's like, yeah. So he puts the stake through her heart, and just before he does it, you hear Mary screaming no, don't do it. And I the human element.
Yeah, because they're not completely gone, are they?
No.
They're still themselves.
They're still themselves. I get
brainwashed in a way.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I'm going to try and focus more on in the rewatch, because must have been when I went to the LOU explaining the vampire lore.
Yeah.
Mate, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Well, I missed a couple of things, but yeah. I just lost my train of thought. When what's he called? Redrick, the main vampire, the big bad boy, Jack O'Connell's character.
Oh yeah.
Where is he? Remick.
Not called Roderick.
Yeah, no, that's a different film. Yeah, when Remick dies, they're sort of freed in a way.
Yeah,
he was their cult leader, and they're freed in a way. But yeah, I saw the vampire side of it, and maybe it's just the emo goth in me, and I was like, yeah, I'd be a vampire.
Can't go out in sunlight though.
Don't care. Have you seen how pale I am? Just burn. All right. You didn't need to hammer it home. I fucking know. All right. I know that I'm really pale.
I mean, I'm probably just as pale.
I know, lads get away with it. My mum, right, is just as. I've got her skin. Like, I got my dad's looks, thank you, and my mum's skin, and then she's like, "Oh, look at you, milk bottle." I was like, look at you, holding up a mirror.
That sounds
like,
racially motivated.
What?
What?
No, it isn't. I'm just pale and I hate it because I look anemic all the time, even when I'm out in the sun.
No such thing as a healthy tan, they say.
That's true.
Skin cancer.
That's very true.
It's no good for anyone.
That's very true. But I once gave myself sunstroke off a sunbed, actually. Like going on the sunbed. I actually got... Yeah.
Oh.
Well...
I think differently. I think less of you not.
Oh, what? No.
No, I'd be careful with those.
No, I know. I don't. I haven't done it in years. I give myself sunstroke, so obviously I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
But it's like you're supposed to build up to it. And I did like 3 minutes. Like different days, a couple of 3 minutes. And then one day I was like, I'll just do 6 minutes. And then I went to my friend's house and I had like blisters on my back and I was dying. Like
horrible.
really bad sunstroke. I didn't realise you could get sunstroke from artificial sun. It's interesting. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being a vampire because then I could be like, everyone looks better in the dark anyway. I don't,
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my self-conscious, subconscious creeping out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But you have to get bitten and like have like a bit of you like torn out. I guess who's doing the biting?
Who's doing the biting, V? That is the question.
The cornbread character.
Okay.
You know, the one who's watching the door.
Yes,
He's gonna come
I know.
And bite you.
He's going to come and bite me.
Yeah.
Can it not be Haley Steinfeld's character?
I don't know.
Because she was lovely. Lovely looking. And a great character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking solid film. Really enjoyed it.
I think people should watch it.
Yeah.
If they haven't.
You said that it's the best film you've seen so far this year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
by far.
Very hard to beat.
By far.
Yeah.
There's been some okay things, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just fucking mental, really,
Let's see
isn't
if
it?
anything else beats it this year. Seems
I'm trying to
unlikely.
think, what else is like coming out?
That's a whole episode we could talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out in
the summer. It's always the summer.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff coming out in summer, which would be exciting. I'm actually quite excited for Thunderbolts. Have we spoke about that yet?
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I've got Limitless, so I'll just go watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it does look good. I think Florence Pugh, obviously, and obviously. She's incredibly talented, Vinny. Get your head out of the gutter.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. She's great. Have you seen that free fall that she does? Okay, Mr. Tom Cruise. You seen it?
I haven't, no.
No, she jumps off the building in the trailer, but it's actually her.
Actually, yeah.
It's very cool.
It's a job a stunt person could have had.
I know. God.
Thanks,
I hope you're
Florence Pugh.
rioting at the unions. Florence Pugh taking our job. Who else is in it? Obviously, I like what's his face from Strange Things. He's cool.
David Harbour.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I think him and Lily Allen have split up now, haven't they? Not like it fucking matters. Or they care about the fact that I'm wondering about it.
But they're obviously watching, and now they're talking about their marriage. So sorry.
Yeah, sorry for bringing your marriage into this super successful podcast.
Yeah.
And
all the people in the future coming back to watch the old episodes to see what it used to be like.
Yeah. And then you've got, I don't know, in the future you've got green hair and you wear tartan.
That's
jeans.
me.
Yeah, with suspenders and.
That sounds like the past. Well, not my past, but like that sounds like very 2013 sort of.
Yeah, well, that's
tartan pants.
Yeah.
With suspenders.
The money goes to your head.
All the money.
Yeah, and you get stylist. Anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But can we talk? About The Last of Us?
Please.
I feel like I've been talking at you a lot this episode.
I'm a good listener. That's why I started a podcast.
You are a good listener, but I just need to rant.
Please,
because I'm
people.
Right. So we've not watched episode 2, neither of us.
Or episode 1.
You've not watched episode 1? All right. Well, it's basically the same as the game.
I've played the game.
Yeah.
I've seen like side-by-side screenshots of the game and the show, and it looks like essentially a shot-for-shot remake because the game's like 50 hours long or something. So there's plenty
It's 24 hours, all right? So, do you know what happened in episode 2? Can you assume what happened in episode 2?
Well, I see the big thing that happens in The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know if it happened. I don't know, like, if they do it in the first episode or the second. I'm guessing it's the second episode by the implications and you look at your face.
The implication.
Yeah.
Well, you've played the game, so yeah,
Played the game.
it happens.
Both
All right.
games. It happens.
It happens. What were you expecting? Like, what? All these people. Like, there's people that actually thought that they'd retcon, whatever, rewrite it. No, that's not how it works. All right, it has been stressing me out because I like I've said this before. I love like Twitter fandoms, Reddits, and all that stuff because it's like I like to theorize. That's why I like writing because it's like hopefully one day people will have a subreddit or something about a TV series that I'm writing, and they like I go see all the mad fan theories and all that, and I love it. But then there's just this tiny percentage of people who are just so annoying about it. It's the tiniest little change. They'll be like, that didn't happen in the game. That shouldn't have fucking happened like that. And the fact that they thought that they were gonna rewrite what happened is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, this was the game. It got so shot on. I think it got leaked that he was gonna die in the game.
Yeah.
So fucking what? Like, well,
people should respect bold moves like that.
Obviously, in the first game, you play as him, right?
Yeah.
So, in that sense, Joel is the main character. But the story...
The overarching story.
The story has always been about Ellie.
Yeah.
It's first game, you keep Ellie safe. You get her to the fireflies because she's immune, because they can make a cure. Whilst you're on that journey with her, you as the character ends up loving her like a daughter, and you then save her life, and that's the game. The DLC, did you ever play that?
Didn't.
Back in the day. It is the episode where she's in the arcade with Riley. That's the DLC.
Oh, right.
And it's like a little bit, I think, where Joel is, when he gets that, he falls on the horse, kicks him off, he falls, and he gets that spike from
Yeah.
It's a part where he's like really poorly and he's not like woken up yet, and she's finding. So the DLC goes between you finding him medicine, and flashbacks to what happens in the arcade or wherever, or the shopping centre, wherever.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, and that's basically beat for beat the game. Like obviously that's how she gets bit or whatever, and it's really cool. And then obviously the second game, Joel dies, and we spoke about this before. Mm-hmm. Joel has always been the mentor.
The mentor, yeah.
And on more than one occasion, the mentor has died because then it's just the formula that puts
it's the disruption, isn't it?
The disruption that prints the rest of
motivation.
The motivation that prints the arc for the character and for Ellie's journey. Fucking.
I mean, none of The Last of Us Part 2 would have happened if it weren't for Joel dying.
Exactly. It was, I'm a Joel defender. Like, people were like, yeah, he deserved it. I'm not going to lie, he fucking did. Like, he's done loads of bad shit, but he's also a good person. But it's like, in the apocalypse, in a world full of crazy monster zombies running around, your morals are going to come into question. If you lose your daughter like that on the first night of the outbreak, you do go on a mad killing spree. Like, who the fuck cares? He should have known that if it wasn't Abby, it was going to be someone, because like in the first season when he reunites with his brother, like his brother doesn't want to go down the same route that Joel's been on before, so you know that he's gone, like his humanity's gone, but Ellie gives it him back, all right? And he just wants to protect her, and he just wants to protect all the kids in Jackson, and he's just, oh God, and it's so frustrating to me that people, like, especially people who have played the game and have had like 5 years to come to terms with it. Like, I get it. When Matt Smith regenerated, I didn't watch Doctor Who for years. Like, I get it. Like, literally like a decade. I was so heartbroken. I was so fucking heartbroken that even thinking about it, I'll start tearing up. Anyway, like, it just happens, and it's just people are so annoying.
Do you think people thought it'd maybe change because Pedro Pascal is in it and he's quite a big name? But the game's got flashbacks.
Yeah.
So
The whole
he will
season,
be in it again.
The whole season, yeah.
Even
It's
though
gonna
he's
be exactly like the game. It's gonna be loads of flashbacks. We've seen him in the trailers.
Yeah, so it's not like
he's not gone. Like, I saw someone, and I can't pinpoint who, but I'll see what you think about this. But it's something along the lines of people who, like, people in fandoms, they have a favorite character, or like they ship characters together, and it's like along the quotes.
Well, sometimes there's some horrible horrible things.
It says something along the lines of, you think that you want these characters together, but you don't.
Yeah.
And you think that you don't want this character to die, but you do.
Yeah.
Something like that. But because then if you look at it, so if you think of like the formula of like when Jim and Pam get together,
Mm-hmm.
well, the viewership went down or whatever. Bones is a TV show. They had like a Will They Won't They for like 11 seasons, and then everyone stopped watching when they got together. Like, just shit like that. And then I think that it's bold and it's ballsy, but if they'd rewritten it and he doesn't die, and it was like someone like Tommy or something, or Dina or whatever, people would have like been, the same people would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe they didn't stick to the game and they've changed this. Oh,
but you can't please fandoms.
No, this is true. Sometimes it's just like they say it's like the favourite thing in the world, and then they'll sit there every episode or every time a new game comes out or something, pick it.
They're looking for something to hate.
They're looking for something to hate, and that's
how much they liked it.
It's too true in every sense of the word. I think people are always looking for something to hate, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, just one last thing, and we'll move on from this Last of Us rant. We talked about Bella Ramsey last week because you watched Time.
I watched it, yeah.
And they were incredible in that.
Yeah.
Completely different to Ellie.
Very, very different. Set in Runcorn.
Yeah. Yeah, they were great. Well, I mean, I was going to say I don't want to bring attention to this. Like, this is going to have more than 10 views. But just, like, people saying that the Ellie in the game is better looking.
It's like, weird.
Ellie is a cartoon, and Ellie is 14 in the first game, you big nonce.
Yeah.
Like, it just, it breaks my heart, like, because it's just, we know, because we watched Time.
Yeah.
Obviously, you watched the first season of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen of last night's episode, I've not seen all of it yet, but from what I've seen, they do an absolutely fucking phenomenal job. Like, goosebump level worthy. From season 1, when Ellie is getting attacked by Robert, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Where the cannibal people, and she has to, like, kill him.
Yeah.
Oh God! Did you know what? In the game, that took me hours to complete. I was so shit at it. And it's not even a zombie. It's a human.
Yeah.
I was so bad at it. It was still setting on fire in it. But that was incredible, and it's really, what's the word? Demotivating or just sucks the life out of me when I see people being scrutinised over, like, the way that they look.
Yeah.
Especially when it's just someone who has, like, this, their talent knows no bounds sort of thing.
And that's why they were cast.
Yes, exactly. And, I mean, yeah, it just really pisses me off. And
I think it just sort of shows where people's priorities lie in the thing they watch, you know.
I know.
What motivates to watch them.
It's fucking stupid, man. But yeah. So I spoke about Nightmare on Elm Street 2 before.
You did?
I watched it. I liked it. It was interesting. Not a lot of people liked it, apparently.
No.
But I did, so don't care. Thanks for recommending that. I recommended Shiver Baby for you. Got anything?
You did. So Shiver Baby, story of a Jewish sugar baby.
It's class. It's amazing. I love it. My friend showed it me, and I just hyperfixated on it. Like, I thought everyone in it was great. Loved the fact that it's in one room.
Yeah, it flies by as well. I mean, it's short, but
Yeah, so what is it? 90 minutes.
It's like 76 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh.
But I definitely really liked it. I enjoyed the dynamics of the family and how she's sort of very protective of her secret life. So obviously they all think she's a babysitter.
Yeah, which is funny.
Very intense, very stressful and anxiety inducing. The entire way through.
I think the score does a fucking class job of that as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a horror film level score.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's not a horror film, but
it's like, yeah, because it's like when I have nightmares, I don't have nightmares of like Freddy Krueger running around, gonna kill me.
It's a nightmare situation.
It's like, yeah, I have dreams like that.
Yeah.
Normally, like I'm topless, or something, and that's really anxiety, and everyone's laughing at me. So it's like, yeah, so it's a nightmare in that sense.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you make of the boyfriend or sugar daddy, should I say, in it? 'Cause I fucking hated him.
Bad guy.
Oh God.
He's got a wife. He's got a kid.
Well, yeah, there's that. But like, just
yeah.
just this whole. I just fucking hated him. I'm glad that you didn't like him either.
From the sounds of it, it's like his wife is paying for the sugar baby.
Yeah.
He's like a.
So he's like she's the breadwinner.
Yeah, and he's just
spending her money on fucking sugar babies.
Yeah.
And saying that she doesn't have to do it anymore. She doesn't have to be a sugar baby anymore.
Yeah.
Because he'll like pay for her or whatever, and it's his wife's money.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I just simply wouldn't do that. Personally.
I simply would not do that.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. Would you say it's like coming of age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's like going to university. Or in
she's finished. Oh, she's in. Yeah, she's finishing.
Jumping around different courses.
But she didn't know what she was doing. Yeah. I'm glad that you liked it. I was worried. Not worried, because I know it's a good film. I didn't know whether it would be of your liking.
No, I like that sort of.
What would you give it on Letterboxd? Because we get to review them now. Because I didn't want to put mine in case you saw.
See, obviously it's only half of Letterboxd.
Oh, okay.
But if I could go in between, I'd say 3 3/4. So
Oh, okay. All right. First, I'll take it.
not quite 4, but not quite 3.5 either.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The director's going on to do some really cool things. So she did Bottoms. You've not seen that.
I want to watch it though.
It's fine. It's
Maybe
brilliant.
recommend
It's
it.
brilliant.
Yeah.
It's it's good to. I mean, you won't get, but you can
Won't
see
get
where
them,
I'm
I
coming.
can-
No.
observe,
You
yeah.
see where I'm coming.
Yeah.
From. Like I'm glad that there's more films and stuff coming out that are so openly about like gay people and gay women and stuff like that. Just because it's nice to feel represented.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely what helped me when I was younger. Thought I was a fucking weirdo.
Oh.
Thought it was the, I don't know. Thought I was like not the only person on the planet, but
That would be unlucky.
But I did feel quite alone in navigating
Yeah.
who I was, and then I watched TV shows. Like I watched Orphan Black, which I've spoke to you about before.
Right.
I think don't think I've spoke about it on this. But I watched that, and they had a lesbian character in it, and she says like my sexuality isn't the most interesting thing about me, and I was like 14 or 14, 15, and then that was so I found like solace and comfort in that. So it's nice to see films and TV shows that have that representation. To go back to The Last of Us, Ellie is openly gay. It's heavily implied in the first series. It's clear as day in the DLC, and Yeah, but it's in the second season. She's with Dina.
I find it quite interesting when you go back and watch older films, like I'm talking like 40, 50 years old, and they've got like gay subtext, like Random Street Part 2, and how much rarer it was then. But when you do find it, it's very interesting to watch old films that were sort of ahead of their time.
Yeah, I watched an Audrey Hepburn film. The Children's Hour, I believe that came out in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get it up on IMDb. Wait there. Because I just want to make sure I'm right. Yeah, 1961. The Children's Hour, so yeah, black and white Hollywood film. That is about two women who have started like a boarding school for girls, and there's this one little shit, and props to this casting director because she had the most annoying face I've ever seen on a kid. Like this character, the character was a little shit, shit stirring, just causing just annoying character in general, and her face matched. She was so annoying. But she starts a rumour that she saw these two women kissing, and it wasn't true. But they like their whole lives are destroyed. But at the end, it's one of them sort of confesses it. It's like, oh yeah, I am like in love with you or whatever, and that's like the 60s. And I mean, it tragic ending. Like she kills herself. Spoilers. I mean, come on. Came out in the 60s.
Got 64 years.
Which I might have started. Have you heard of like the typical lesbian trope in TV shows and films?
I don't want to guess what it is.
It's just that it's always it's like one of them dies or something.
Oh right.
Yeah. So maybe that kicked it all off. I don't know. But yeah, I remember watching it and being like, I can't believe like this is the 60s. Like there was an element of it that felt like beyond its time. But yeah,
it's always interesting.
Yeah,
in films like that.
Having any form of representation, like you could be, especially with what's going on in the like trans community and stuff this week, which is just fucking diabolical.
Grim.
Fuck J.K. Rowling, man.
Yeah.
Just having that representation on screen it is just an integral part of making films and making TV shows and even music, like having that representation in music, having openly gay artists, like I know obviously Chapel Rowan and people like that. It just means a lot to me. I can't remember what led to this.
The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, but before that, Shiver Baby, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It's good, just to sort of stay in the area that we're in.
Oh yeah.
Last week we sort of spoke about how you fell in love with film or whatever.
Yeah, I should probably ask you that, shouldn't I?
You can if you want.
Yeah. How did you get more interested in films and also filmmaking?
All right, okay, cool. I got into film from acting.
I forget that about you sometimes.
Yeah, I forget that about me as well. But even before like acting, like I was about 4. I used to love Primeval. Have you ever seen Primeval?
I had a friend who was really into it.
Oh god, I was that friend. I was so annoying. I would as a kid, I would always like pick a TV show I was watching or something, and then whilst I'm like going to bed, falling asleep, I'm like acting out the TV show. I've created my own character, my own storyline into this TV show, and that's just sort of how I fell asleep. Like, and I think that goes for a lot of like filmmakers and people in the arts in general. It's like it happens when you're a kid and you just don't grow out of it. Like I still chat to myself, but now it's like not weird and not in a need a doctor way, because I'm just like, oh well, I'm just writing. I'm coming up with this story. But yeah, it was all so acting first, and then obviously music, and then filmmaking. Because I have a friend called Zach who I spoke to. Like I was always writing like ideas for shows and stuff down, and then Zach was sort of the person who was like, "Well, why don't you just do it at uni?" Like I was at uni doing music performance, and it just wasn't fulfilling in any way. So I went to go do film and music production, and I learned a lot about film, but not so much about filmmaking. And that is, how we ended up on Semolina Poached. That all came from music. Mike got in touch. Well, not Mike, but the music supervisor got in touch asking for one of my songs. Got on a call. And then met Mike, showed him Jerry's Bar. Spoilers. And I ended up AD and just completely just fell in love with the whole process, and having that experience of acting, although like I auditioned for stuff, but I'd never got in front of a camera per se. Is that right? Per se?
Sure.
Why? What
Why
is
not?
it? Yeah, fuck it. Grammar police come for me. It's just, I just love watching the dynamic. I think that there's, especially from a director's point of view, watching through a monitor, and when a scene is intense or a scene's funny and you're watching it on the monitor. I don't know if you relate, but I think there's sort of like a moment where you kind of just forget that you're working, and you forget that you're working on something, and you forget that there's a whole crew of people around you and they're actors. Like, you're just lost in what's happening on that screen. Yeah. And the more I do it, the more I like AD and help out on people's independence and stuff like that. The more I fall in love with the process of filmmaking. And like I said, I've always loved writing. I've always had an overactive imagination since being a kid. So and then with like I was saying before, with like stuff like Orphan Black, when I was working out who I was, struggling with like coming to terms with like my sexuality and stuff, like I found so much comfort in TV shows and stuff as I got older and continuing to get older, because that's aging. I found like a lot of the stories that I write are not normally, but more like a lot of them are like gay characters and stuff like that. But it's not like I don't write like coming out stories, because I think there should be characters that exist that are just gay because they're gay. Yeah, like it's not like,
I think that's a very important thing that people to sort of be a bit more conscious.
Yeah, it's just the character. It's like a character. If a character was from Manchester and they had a Manchester accent, it's just because they're from the north. Let's say you have a character that's gay because they're gay, like it's just a thing. Yeah. And then I think I've sort of told myself that things that I write, I'm gonna hopefully one day, like I'll write a film or a show or whatever that someone watches and finds the same comfort that I found in similarity in TV shows and stuff, and a better understanding of themselves, and knowing that they're not completely alone, because there's someone out there that's writing about that, and there's millions of people that feel that way, and it's completely normal, and it's all right. Gay is good. Being gay, yeah. Sorry, I feel like I yapped for a little bit there, but there you go.
Well, that was the whole point of the question, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking me.
It's all right.
Why did you just jim the camera? Oh, it's like I'm keeping you hostage.
Help.
I do feel like I spoke at you a lot today.
Oh, no, it's all right. Takes pressure off me, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Crack under pressure.
So we're getting close to closing the episode. Oh, it's all right though. Come back next week.
Next week.
Oh. So last week, you recommended me The Nightmare on Elm Street.
I did.
And I recommended you Shiver Baby. What have you got for me this week?
What kind of thing would you like me to recommend?
What kind of thing? I don't know. Maybe like a remake of a classic.
A remake of a classic.
Just give me the film.
Well, we were playing Minecraft not so long ago.
God. Yeah, we were playing Minecraft.
When you were at home.
I was at home and my dad got involved.
As in, not... As in...
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
actual
So I
home.
was visiting my parents, yes.
And your dad was on the mic. I don't even know how this conversation started, but we started talking about...
I can't remember either. I just like to involve him in my conversations. Like, I was sat in the living room, I felt rude.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm just talking to Vin. And he was like, hey, Vin, what's your favourite film?
Yeah, or something like that. And eventually he started talking about a musical.
Yes.
Called The Producers.
Yes.
Now, I've only seen the remake version.
That's criminal. That's
know.
criminal.
But
I don't get it.
In my defence, the only reason I've seen the remake one and not the original. This is no defence at all. But it was the one I was shown when I was younger. That was the one that was put on. So it was like, oh, that's the one that I've watched. So whenever I watch it, it's that one. So I think you should watch that one.
Okay, I guess I'll go and watch it.
You know, you talked about it with your dad. And
Yeah. Okay.
Circle.
Life heals us all. Sorry.
But.
Not
but actually. Also.
Also.
No, not also.
Oh.
You should recommend me one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to watch Miracle Mile.
80s
film. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. That's it. Full stop. And for the audience this week, got any recommendations? The audience.
Well, what have I?
All three of them.
Well, it has to be Sinners.
Oh God. Oh, obviously. Yeah. If you've not seen Sinners
this week, go watch Sinners. Oh, well, if it's still out by the time this podcast comes out. But if it isn't, if it's not still in the cinemas, which it should be, probably a few screenings a day.
They've extended the window, I think.
Well, brilliant. See it in IMAX if you can. If not,
I don't see it in IMAX yet.
But it's still good not in IMAX. Obviously.
Jaw on the floor, yeah.
If it's not in cinemas anymore, get the Blu-ray if it's out.
Yes.
Or the 4K, or even the DVD.
Yeah. You will not regret it.
No.
It's amazing. Yeah, fucking incredible. I could talk about it for hours, I think, but I won't.
That's the taking home for the day, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about music much this episode. I mean, I guess we touched on it because Sinners has that element.
Yeah.
But we,
Did you like the album I recommended?
Oh yeah, I did. It's early 70s, isn't it?
Yeah. 1974.
Yeah.
I think.
It felt very theatrical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I liked it. Yeah, that's about it.
It's a good one.
It's good. It's a good album. I have flittering takes on music. I go through different genres depending on what time of year it is. I don't know, but I did enjoy it. Listen to it all the way through in chronological order because that's how you should listen to an album for the first time. But yeah, it was good. Thank you. I had a good experience.
I'm glad.
I want people to go listen to Royal Otis's album Sofa King. I've had the title song Sofa King on all week because it's just so feel good.
That sounds like a play on words. Sofa King. Yeah. Is it? Or is he the Sofa King? Does he sit down a lot?
Oh shit, I don't know. We'll have to listen to the song now and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, go listen to that. Thanks to Bev and the Blue Monkey Studio for letting us use the studio once again. I appreciate it. We are in developments for designing our own studio. I don't know, we didn't talk about this, but just over in Vinny's camera, we have a clapperboard. Who got it yet?
It's my uncle. He got it made for me.
Oh.
Present.
It's very sweet. And we thought it'd look good here because that's the first feature film we worked on. How we met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Pretty important thing.
It is an important thing.
I
feel like we should be holding hands right now.
Oh, but we can't because we're too far away. And, yeah.
No? All right.
No, I can't reach.
Fine. Yeah. All right. Well, if you enjoyed listening to this episode, I hope that you did.
Hopefully.
I feel like we're getting better.
We're okay. I'm all-
Yeah, you know.
You're all right.
I'll do a what went well and even better if afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal them.
What went well, even better if.
There's a
No, normally it's like 2 what went wells and then 1
even better if, and then there's like what I will do next or like how I will improve.
Oh, okay.
It's not important.
It isn't. Doesn't nothing fucking matters. But thank you for listening. Really appreciate it. I've decided that these are going to come out on a Thursday, 6 p.m. So we'll see you next week at 6 p.m. with the next episode. Imagine if I just clicked, we changed outfits because
Because the thing, yeah.
Because it's a thing, yeah. So yeah, we'll see you all. We'll see you all next week with more random movie takes. We've got no particular theme to sort of stick to.
Maybe we will one day.
Maybe. Oh wait, no. That's a week after next. Never mind. Got prematurely excited there, guys. I do apologise, but yeah, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Oh,
that was horrible.
I know. Vile. You have to do it the next one.
Oh, I don't.
But yeah, give us a follow or whatever. Send in some information. Tell us that we are fucking shit at this, and yeah, let's know. Tell us how terrible we are.
I'm sorry for laughing into the microphone.
Because any attention is good attention.
It's horrible.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace out. Oh God.
Disgusting.